Yeah, we're going to get it turned down, but it's hot out there, it's cold. John Flanigan!
Thank you. We got lost in the backstage someplace. So this is a huge venue. I feel like I should have an orchestra accompanying me. Anyways, I just got here to New Zealand last night, around 12:30 at night. All I've seen is a hotel room so far, and the back of a stage. So, but I'm sure it's very beautiful, and I'm looking forward to spending the next few days here. So thank you for all coming, I appreciate that, and usually we just answer some questions here. I don't really know how, who's my guy here? Oh, there you are, okay.
Oh, there it is.
They keep it very well refrigerated up here.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
Not too bad. You've said on previous DVD commentaries that you didn't like the way Epiphany turned out. Epiphany.
You're talking about the show. That's right.
Sorry.
I was looking at the penguin, I'm sorry. Is that a penguin? Okay. Want to make sure.
So you said you didn't like the way Epiphany turned out. It went in a different direction than you had originally planned.
Oh yeah.
So what was the original idea for Epiphany? Because I loved the way it turned out.
Oh, you do? Me too. It's my favorite show.
Just my favorite episode, but I know that you didn't like the way it turned out. So what was your original idea and how did it?
Well, I wanted it to be better. I actually wrote it as the man who would be king, essentially. Do you remember that movie with Sean Connery and Michael Caine? And it was really me and Rodney. Yeah, that was kind of a cool idea. And we were overwhelmed with our power, and we were corrupted, and everything else. And what happened is, like many things, I go up there and pitch an idea, and they basically say, that was a wonderful idea, we've already done it. We did it on SG-1, because, you know, they made 3,000 episodes of SG-1. So, they literally have done everything. And consequently, Brad Wright wanted to tweak it to a slightly different direction. To a point where, to me, it was unrecognizable from my original idea. But I have a very difficult time watching the show because people watch the show and they get really into it. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, why did we shoot it that way? And oh my God, we should have done a wide angle lens. So it's a little difficult for me to step back and watch a show. So I'm probably being a little harsh on that particular episode. But it wasn't bad, it was pretty good. It's my favorite episode. Yes, how do we do this?
Hi, Jack.
I think you need the microphone.
Welcome to New Zealand for a start.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't want to sit down because I'm afraid I'm going to I feel like I'm on Shrink's couch here or something.
Yeah, you should put your feet up as well. Yeah. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say there. So what's the strangest thing, I mean, fans can be quite eccentric, you know, as I know, being one myself. What's the strangest thing anyone's ever done to you, the conventional asked you, or just anything really strange?
There are various eccentricities that come to mind. But nothing, I have to say, in general, it's been overwhelmingly good and positive. I have been asked to sign various parts of people's bodies. And thankfully they're female, but you know, that's been one of them, so that's always interesting. And there are a number of people out there who think that, one lady thinks I'm actually an elf. And she's convinced I'm an elf. And she's written pages and pages of stuff to us, going through the mythology of how I am somehow carrying the torch of elfdom or something. I don't want to dissuade her of that. It seems dangerous. So that's a lot of things, but mostly very amusing, mostly very funny, and overwhelmingly positive. People, they make you things too, which is nice. And so it's been an overwhelmingly positive thing for the most part. I have not experienced anything too strange, but then I come from a very strange family, so I have a very high bar on there. Nobody seems as bizarre as my in-laws, so. Anyway. Oh, there we are.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
I know you...
God, this is just, how do they sit down here? Do people ever fall off the stage and crush people? My God. Yeah, a stage dive is pretty much what I was going to do. I'm sorry.
First I want to say, I'm glad to hear that you didn't get attacked by the great white shark out of Byron Bay last week.
Wow, that was the day I showed up. Did you read about that?
I heard about that, yeah.
That was where I was surfing. They shut the beach down.
Did you still get to surf?
Yeah, I was a little upset about that. What can you say? I was out there surfing. Next thing you know, there's a bunch of boats out there. They shut the place down. And there was an American lady who was paddling and she got attacked. And I didn't like my proximity to the tragedy.
Did the whole Aussie experience, I guess.
It was, what I love about the Aussies though, there's like it was very all chip off the old shoulder. They were, hey, it's a great point today. Nice shot, big one.
And a related question, I know you like to surf and skateboard and ski,
Yes.
and I was wondering which did you learn first and which is your favorite?
I grew up skiing. Yeah, I grew up in Lake Tahoe, which is a big ski area in the United States on the border of California and Nevada. That's where I did. My parents would just drop me off with $5 and pick me up when it was dark. And that was pretty much how it worked out. Now skiing has become a very expensive sport. To the extent you can do that with kids, I'm not really sure. But where I grew up, it was a country environment, and people didn't have a lot of money, so everybody pooled all their resources together and got enough equipment. And on every Friday afternoon, the school took us up skiing. As long as everybody got to go. That was the whole deal. If one person couldn't do it for financial reasons, they actually wouldn't let anybody go. So we pooled all of our equipment, everybody got up there, so we would ski Friday afternoons, and then my parents would drop me off on Saturday and Sunday, and I'd ski all day, and it was a lot of fun. I'm hoping that my kids get to ski as much as I did. So, and then I got into various other sports, which are not really interesting until a great white shark attacks you.
Hi Joe. Who's the worst on the set for messing up lines and getting the giggles and that sort of thing?
Who's what? Say that again?
Who's the worst on the set for messing up lines and getting the giggles and that sort of thing?
You're not, I gotta say, working with David is awfully funny. And the truth is, David screws up his lines more than anyone. And you know why? He's got more lines than anyone. And he says them faster than anybody I've ever listened to. We tweak lines and we mess around, and it's a really playful environment. What we'll do is we'll just run the lines, and a lot of times I keep the camera rolling. And a lot of the times when you see things, especially at the end of a scene, it's actually just ad-lib. We just made it up. And they just keep the camera rolling. And we have these ridiculous skits that go on and on and on. Often if you're working with a female girl, excuse me. Well, we're in space, so I have to clarify. It'll end up in like a kiss or something ridiculous. You don't get to see too many of those, of course, but it's a very playful environment as long as we get the basic element of the plot line. we can mess around with quite a bit of stuff.